EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the PGA Tour season finale. Atlanta, Georgia, and Eastlake Golf Club, so respected by everyone who has ever stepped foot on it. Today, we're here for the Tour Championship, the final stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Nobilo to make the call out here today. Time to jump straight into the action out on the course. Been some good golf early on. Let's get you caught up as we go out to the 7th hole. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have he's gone for a little extra.
Good contact, good result. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Right at about 125 yards to where the hole is cut. And here we are, the final stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It all comes down to this tournament, the Tour Championship, to help us crown the next FedEx Cup champion. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo at Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. Frank, what are the keys to posting a good score here at Eastlake?
If you can keep the ball underneath the hole, Rich, these greens get incredibly fast. They're old-style greens, so it means most of the greens slope from back to front. So anytime you're above the hole, it is wickedly fast.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Now at the 8th, looking at 405 yards on this par 4. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Down, little Sheba, down! Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Boy, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Must make this for a double bogey. So, 2 over par for the round. We mentioned at the start of this Tour Championship, Eastlake is a par 70, so just 2 par 5s, and here is the first on the golf course. It's the 9th, 600 yards. There's some water in play. Still, though, a good chance for birdie. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. As we get set for the back nine here at the Tour Championship, finale for the FedEx Cup. There is so much riding on today's round. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo, calling all the action for EA Sports. 469-yard demanding par 4 set to greet the players here as they get going on the back nine.
Nice.
Looks good.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Solid par. Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola from East Lake Golf Club continuing. We're at the 11th hole. It is the only hole on the golf course under 200 yards. It's a 197-yard par 3. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Tour Championship. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
It has historically been one of the final events of the PGA Tour season. Prior to 2007, its field consisted exclusively of the top 30 money winners of the past PGA Tour season. Since 2007, it's been the final event of the four-tournament FedEx Cup playoff, and eligibility is determined by FedEx Cup points of mass throughout the season instead. While originally followed by the PGA Tour Fall Series, a realignment of the Tour's season structure beginning in 2013 makes the Tour Championship the final event of the season.
Which has been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Now at the only hole on the golf course that starts with a 1 at the beginning of the yardage. This par 3 11th, just under 200 yards, 197.
It does play a little bit uphill, so you might as well say it's 200 yards plus. Narrow entry into this green. The looks can be deceiving. This hole looks like a pushover, but stray a little left, stray a little right, and then you're sort of pitching across the green with a lot of tilt in it.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. This is a good driving hole. From the championship tee box, players will aim just to the right of those fairway bunkers. A left center fairway position is ideal. Right center workable, but it means dealing with the right greenside bunker on the approach. Like many others here at this lake, the green is sloped back to front. That's classic Donald Ross, making ball position on the green critical. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That will be a great look at birdie. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Frank, I thought that was in.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to roll the ball very well. Here at East Lake in the Tour Championship, and another good par 4. The 13th is 476 yards, and once again a classic Donald Ross green sloping from back to front. And really, that makes positioning so critical. Need to get the ball in play off the tee here, have a chance to put the ball in the right spot, and then maybe you have a go at 3. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Tour Championship. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Getting set now for the second shot here at the par 4 first. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Now at 2 under par for the tournament. Now to the first par 3 here at the Tour Championship at East Lake. It is the second hole, 214 yards. And really, to score well at East Lake, players cannot afford to miss the green on the short side of the flagstick, and that's especially true right here. This par 3 plays a bit shorter than the yardage, but it is a must to put the ball on the green. That green slopes dramatically from back to front and from left to right, and is guarded by bunkers on both sides. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Hole number 3 is a par 4. It's only 390 yards. Frank, what do you think the right club selection is off the tee?
The majority of players hit like 3-wood off the tee here. It's a little ambitious with a driver because you don't get any real advantage getting that much closer to the green. If you can carry that right bunker and keep the ball in the fairway, you're still going to be left with a full short iron, whether it's a wedge or a 9-iron. And that's a scoring club.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my eye.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made the green. Has his par. And now the fifth hole in a challenging par 4 here. It is 520 yards long, and Frank, it rewards precision off the tee.
This is one of the narrowest fairways on the golf course, Rich. Not only that, your tee shot's blind, so you're not going to know where that ball finishes up. Fairway also tilts right to left, so you're going to have to hit that tee shot down the right side.
Frank, that one is long, and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors? Should be safely on deck.
Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his middle.
Settles in over the putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
This is really one of the most scenic holes on tour all year long, and a fitting spot for the season finale, the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. It's the sixth hole. It's over 200 yards, and there's plenty of blue water out there just to keep a player focused on the task at hand.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
On to the seventh hole here at East Lake in the Tour Championship. Par 4 seventh, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Here's another dogleg to the left at East Lake in the Tour Championship. It's the 405-yard par 4 eighth hole, and position is paramount here off the tee. You see those 3 fairway bunkers along the left side. You need to avoid those. You want to be positioned on the right. If you get it down that right side in the fairway, you'll have a good chance to attack the hole location. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. Seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. We mentioned at the start of this Tour Championship, East Lake is a par 70, so just 2 par 5s, and here is the first on the golf course. It's the 9th, 600 yards. There's some water in play. Still, though, good chance for birdie. Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. He's putt for birdie.
Well, we'll never know if that had gone in because it never made it.
Locked in on the read and the speed. A good effort, a good par putt. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Well, he has not been bothered by these strong winds today. It has really been gusty, but you wouldn't know it watching this guy on TV. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Will make birdie if this drops. That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.
Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola from East Lake Golf Club continuing. We're at the 11th hole. It is the only hole on the golf course under 200 yards. It's a 197-yard par 3. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the downhill par 4 12th and looking at only 391 yards. Continuing from the Tour Championship at East Lake in Atlanta, Georgia, all the drama of the finale for the FedEx Cup. This is a chance to make birdie. We're at the downhill par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards. A good, accurate tee shot gives a player a chance to make a 3. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Early part of this second 9, and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Almost. Wow. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Here at East Lake in the Tour Championship, and another good par 4. The 13th is 476 yards, and once again a classic Donald Ross green sloping from back to front. And really, that makes positioning so critical. You need to get the ball in play off the tee here, have a chance to put the ball in the right spot, and then maybe have it go at 3.
Just smokes it.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Maybe a misread right there.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Straightaway par 4 here at East Lake in the Tour Championship. The 14th, 442 yards. Good tee shot right in the short grass. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. That is some good work right there. Birdie, one shot closer to the lead. There are just 2 par 5s here at the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. This is the second and last of the 5 pars. The 15th, it is only 525 yards. And if you walk away with par here, you will likely have dropped the shot to the field. This is a chance to make birdie or eagle. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. This is always a pivotal shot in the round, the second here at the par 5 15th. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
A little bit more hope and determination in that putt.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Good birdie right there, moving to third place on the leaderboard. Inching closer to the finish now at the Tour Championship here at East Lake Golf Club and that FedEx Cup title. It's a 481-yard par 4 at the 16th.
Won't play its full yardage. This one plays considerably downhill. 4 bunkers down the left. You can try, I say that, try and carry them all. The more modest approach is thread it down that right side. Another one that requires a pinpoint second shot, also played downhill.
Well, that's a good drive right there. Got all of it.
Did you hear the sound?
This is a crucial shot. Second to the par 4 16th. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in second.
The drama's really building right now at the Tour Championship here at East Lake. FedEx Cup title is on the line. Just a couple of holes to play. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4 17th at 455 yards?
All that's at stake, Rich. This is a perfect par 4. Water all the way down the left, so in other words, you get a quick hook, you realize what's going to happen there. 3 bunkers protect the other side. Really, you just have to muscle up and hit a really good tee shot that somehow finishes between the water and those bunkers. Second shot, it's not exactly easy too. You're only going to see the top half of that flag. Green raised a little in the front and well protected by that bunker short.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's at sneaky distance.
Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we...
No damage done. Made the par. Well, what a way for the Tour Championship to finish here at East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta with a par 3. Most unusual. It requires one good solid strike, one good free-flowing swing under the pressure. All the drama building here at the Tour Championship in this 235-yard par 3 finishing hole. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.